Okay, going live in just a moment here. We are live. All right. Looks like everything is working. We've got the green light. We've got the audio sign. I've got the streaming thing going on. Excellent connection. Got me. I'm Bezad.
I'm Risa.
And welcome to the Naked Famous Denim weekly live stream here on the internet, exclusively on the internet, on YouTube. Welcome, everybody. We've got a lot of familiar faces in the chat. We're going to let this group populate here, but let's say hello to everybody. We've got Johnny Crumhorn in the house. BD, he's got his Okayamas and a classic white t-shirt on tonight.
Nice.
Can't go wrong with a pair of jeans and a white tee. Classic combo. I'm not wearing a white tee today. I'm wearing a gray tee because I've been wearing a black tee like yours for a month straight, practically. We literally just got back to Japan. Last night, just a couple hours ago. It's 8 a.m. right now. And we went to Canada. We were there for a month. I had my raw cotton slubs and 4 circular knit tees that I wore the whole time. Luckily, we had laundry. Yeah.
But towards the end, it was,
It's getting a little rough.
Yeah.
Getting a little rough. But you know what? It's the first time I haven't worn a gray t-shirt in a month, so it's the first t-shirt I saw, so I put it on. We have Wallen. Hello from Portland, Oregon. Will Sox. Hello from London, UK. Invis. We are live. 660. Hi from Maui. Wow.
Maui.
Nice, and that's a nice place to be.
Yeah.
Just Cause. Hello. James and Keating. Hello from Santa Barbara. Welcome. Hellish Mutant. Hopefully you guys had a good trip back. I have to give a shout out to the good people at United Airlines. I have to say,
You are impressed.
I was very impressed with the service that United gave us on this trip. You know what? From check-in in Vegas, I have to say, out of any airport, it's the nicest airport.
Vegas in general, everybody's know how to be nice to customers.
Yeah.
Everybody. From just the kiosk cashier to obviously restaurant waiters, waitresses.
There's no snark, Sometimes, you get to the airport and you have that disgruntled, person at the counter. We gave him a little bit of a Look, we didn't give him a hassle. It was hard, because they had to get all our Japan paperwork, set up. A little bit of, making sure everything's in check. There's lineup. We were at the counter for a while.
Yeah, very pleasant.
Super. The lady did it with a smile. Nice. When the guy was done over the other side, he came over and started having a chat with us. Very, very nice. Very pleasant the entire time. The flight was nice. Anyways, very happy with the entire process of getting back here. So, yeah.
And it's very nice to be home.
Good to be home.
Very nice to be home.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Living out of a suitcase and out of hotel rooms, that could be, difficult on the body. You got your own stuff at home, so we're home. We're happy. Just unpacking a little bit. And anyways, we're here doing the live stream, getting our weekend, Saturday morning for us, getting our weekend started off with you guys. We have Marcus Chung. Hello from Sweden. Hello. How are the fades on that black tee? My black tee, I don't think they faded much. I mean,
just obviously
regular washing.
Yeah. It wasn't brand new anyway.
No, I've had those for years. I've been wearing those black t-shirts for a long time. So they've held up very, very well. Sebastian Pill J in the house. Hey guys, long time no see. Welcome back to the chat. Jason Morales. Hello from Long Beach, New York. There's Long Beach, New York. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
Maybe somebody mentioned that before, and I might have said that. I didn't know that before.
One movie with somebody famous was based in Long Beach, New York, and then that's how I knew. It's that doesn't look like Long Beach, I know.
All right. Hello from Mississauga, the hometown team. Hello from Birmingham, UK. Writes W5. James Sykes, not Jason, James. Evening from DC. Tidy and Selvedge chomping on Starburst. In my Selvedge, the Rick and Morty, the Morty, Selvedge. I'm looking Rick and Morty season 6. Is it season 6 or season 7? I forget. There's a new season of Rick and Morty is coming out soon. I saw on the YouTube there was a trailer for the new season. I haven't watched it yet. but I'm going to. There's a bunch of little Vindicator vignettes going on. So if you're a fan of Rick and Morty, we still have some Rick and Morty jeans in stock on Tatinyuka. I think they're on sale now. So you might be, if you like the pair you have, good time to stock up on another one. But if you're a fan of Rick and Morty and you haven't gotten a pair of Rick and Morty jeans yet, now's a good time. There's, I think Morty we got. Rick is running.
Rick, I think it was.
Rick might be the lowest.
But Pickle Rick, we have Pickle Rick.
We've got Pickle Rick. Right. And Mr. Poopy Butthole, I think, is a little bit low. Mr. Poopy Butthole, Mr. PB. And it was lightweight chambray. And you get to say they're Mr. Poopy Butthole jeans. I think it's funny. If you guys have a sense of humor like me, you might think it's funny too. Hello from Seattle, Bracer. Venomous Teddy, I've only been to Vegas once, but it was awesome. Vegas is a fun place to be.
Yeah, just for a few days.
Yeah.
I would say. That's enough.
Yeah.
It's not somewhere you want to spend 2 weeks, but if you're there for a short amount of time, whether it's for business or pleasure, I think there's a ton of things to do.
Yeah.
It's a great experience.
Whatever you want to do, you can do. Even like we went to the Pinball Hall of Fame.
That was amazing.
It was incredible. It was a lot of fun. Hundreds of pinball machines from every era, all available to play. They had some rare machines. It was pretty cool. If you're ever in Vegas, I would recommend the Pinball Hall of Fame. You gotta go check it out. If you like video, like old, they had arcade games. They had old arcade games and a lot of pinball.
And not just like old stuff, but also like a modern old. Like they had Dance Revolution and like stuff like that too.
They also had modern pinball machines too. So they had like new releases. There's a company called Stern, Stern, that does them. And then they had like crazy vintage ones that look really cool. And everything, not everything was working, but they had signs on them being like, we're fixing this one or whatever. So I guess their aim is to try and make sure that everything works. Anyways, a lot of fun there. Okay. C. Sanchez, would a light colored warp with a dark colored weft work? Say a sky blue warp with a black weft. I mean, it would work. You could certainly make it. It's inevitable that we will do something like that. I think it's just a matter of time.
It just looks like weird.
Yeah.
You know how like with shirting, like we've seen photos. Well, we've seen actual fabrics of like lighter colored warp with darker weft, and it just kind of has this unique look. It just looks something else.
Eventually, we'll get around to it. I'm sure. It definitely is just a matter of time. Brad Copeland, hey, Obeys and Risa. Hope how's the jet lag? Hope you guys are feeling good. It hasn't kicked in yet, although we've been up since 6 a.m. and we went to bed at like 8.
Yeah, well, we were tired. Yeah. I tried to stay up as long as I could, but that was like 8 p.m. And then,
Also, sun sets around here at like 7. So, like, when we were in North America, the sun was going down like 8, 9. So, the sun goes down way earlier here. The sun comes up way earlier here, but the sun goes down way earlier. So, you feel a little bit tired earlier in the day, too. So, that's part of it.
But it's good. We didn't arrive in the morning or, in the middle of the day. We arrived, later in the day. So it wasn't so hard to.
Yeah. Philip Edge Zach writes, what's the most interesting thing you saw at the trade show?
I have to say that I was very impressed with the amount of brands out there that does insane suits, like sparkly.
Yeah. So this was a new trade show for us. We'd never been to this trade. We've never exhibited at this trade show before. It's the one in Vegas. And as you guys can imagine, with the global shutdown over the last 2, 3 years, everyone's figured out a new way to work. Businesses have shut down. Businesses have opened up. There's a lot of transition going on right now. So for us, the trade show that we used to exhibit at, they weren't doing one this season. I don't know if they're ever going to do one again. We'll see. So we went to a different place to exhibit, and it was a lot bigger of a show, and the variety of brands, I would say, really ran the spectrum. So you had a lot of commercial brands that you would see at like a Nordstrom or another department store type level, and then you had not a lot of brands like us, I would say. The independent, I would say, not to rag on any, but but I would say the quality maker influenced type brands. And then you had a lot of, I wouldn't even call it mall. I would call it strip mall streetwear brands.
There's a lot of streetwear brands,
right?
Which that's what you expect from these. Yeah,
like a lot of cartoon characters with blunts and beers in their hands, and a lot of patches on things. So very loud. Yeah. And then the loudest suits you've ever seen in your life, and there was an entire section of them.
And they were popping, like, how, like, in trade shows, like, certain booths are busy, and we're used to be, like, one of the busier booths at the trade show. But this show, it was, like, those guys are doing a lot of business.
Those guys are doing tons of business.
I mean, maybe, like, they don't have, places to present their things other than Vegas, and I'm sure like a lot of stores that across the country and the world that sells that kind of stuff, maybe just like they're all there, but it was incredible.
Yeah, it was a lot of cheap suits with a lot of sparkles and a lot of patterns, a lot of prints.
A lot of prints. Yeah. A lot of bright prints.
It was, in my taste, awful or appropriate for pimps.
Yeah.
So if you were a pimp, appropriate.
Or like, costumes. Yeah. Like, if you're dressing up to be like, one of the JoJo characters.
Sure. Like it was ridiculous. And these booths were popping, and I'm like, if these guys are popping,
then we're in the
wrong spot. Right. It's for them. In fact, one of our a colleague, one of our buyers from one of our stores, came by, and he, they were walking the show, and he explained it perfectly. Anyways, he was like, I never knew where, like, I guess there's a lot of stores like that in Los Angeles that just kind of cater to this market. And he's like, I never knew where they got their products from, and now I know. It was what it was. We will see what we'll do next season for our trade show events. For us, the last couple of years, we've been doing everything online. We make, that video presentation that you guys watch that I put out every season, our buyers get to see that as well. So in fact, I have a spring summer 23 one that's already done. All of our buyers, all of our retail partners, they get to watch that. And then I'll put that out probably at around, like December, January for you guys to see. So, that's how the trade show went. I would say that it wasn't our best. We certainly didn't walk away with an L. We had some new customers, and we had some, some buyers that maybe we haven't seen in a long time come back. So, certainly it won't be, it's not as fruitful as, I would say the last trade show before the world shut down, right? So we're still trying to, get back up on our feet, see how things are going out there in the market, and we'll play it from there. But all I can say is that spring summer 23 is going to be popping. You guys have seen a lot of previews. The only thing is we don't have any of the samples here in Japan with us, so it might be a while before I can give you guys like real in-depth spring summer 23 previews. But of course, I got all the fall winter 23 stuff. So sorry, fall winter 20 stuff. 22. 20. Fall winter. I don't have any of fall winter 20 stuff. Fall winter 2022 stuff. So we'll be showcasing that as the season progresses. We did just release the Katetsu Selvedge last Friday, and then we've got some releases lined up for the upcoming weeks. I'm gonna be working on the release schedule this weekend, Monday, so expect some announcements on Monday for what is to come. So stay tuned. Let's get back to the chat. Okay, Bob Frankie. Heavy beating on my purple course currently. Remember hearing that you want nice fade pictures for the website. Hopefully I'll be website eventually. I think I know what you mean there. Hopefully you'll be website potential eventually. Yes, I would love your photos. Or even better, if you ever want to trade your jeans in, We'll take them in. We're going to start seriously documenting faded jeans soon. We're still collecting. So if you have a pair of jeans that's faded, maybe you're not wearing them anymore, you could trade them into us. We will send you a shipping label, so you don't have to pay for the shipping or anything like that. And then we'll give you a gift code for 20% off on your next pair. So whether it's a core item or new item or whatever, 20% off.
Yeah. Well, last week we mentioned that with core, maybe there's a potential to get more.
Even more.
Because we are looking for core fabrics fades a little bit more. Because those ones are like, you know, we'll always have this.
Yeah.
We're always trying to explain to customers what they fade like. So
yeah, we want to have those faded photos on the product pages so people can see some worn and faded examples. So if you have a core item, left-hand twill, deep indigo selvage, indigo selvage, deep dirty indigo stretch, dirty fade, you name it, stretch selvage, deep indigo stretch. Anyway, there's a lot. If you're going Naked Famous Denim, hit core. If you're on that list, we want to see them. Oh right, Lord Stanley checking in. Hello from Buffalo. Hello. Stanley Cup. Hockey. All right. Risa knows.
Stanley Cup.
All right. Leandro Roca missed last week's live. Do you know how much the new MIJs are going to be yet? Just wondering how much money I got to save up. I think they're going to be like 310. 310 or 325, something like that. Venomous Teddy, that floral jacket must have been a hit at the show. It was, and there's also the matching shorts that go with it. And so that was a popular set. Definitely a popular set.
And overalls.
Right. We do have the ladies' overalls.
Men can wear it. Men can wear it.
Yeah, men can wear it too, but it is part of the ladies' collection. In that full floral outfit too, so that's pretty nice. Phil Thomas finally made it to a live stream. Well, welcome. Nice. Welcome to the stream.
315.
315 for the MIJ 10. Cal Irons writes, love the fall winter 22, y'all. Excited to get the flannels and the gray Coca-Cola inspired work shirt. I can't wait to release that one. I've got mine. I'm gonna get Risa to embroider my name in it, so I feel like a real delivery guy.
Like Bayzad or like classic
Clarence. Like an old school name. Yeah. Ron. Yeah, I need an old school name. What's a good old school name? Clarence. You don't run into a lot of Clarences anymore.
Yeah. Jack. I really like old school names.
Jack's a good name.
Yeah.
Not Jack's a good name. Mohammed Rakib writes, got my Katechu Super Guy, a bit tight but wearable. Will it stretch as I wear it more? All denim stretches. You can expect up to about an inch of stretch in the waist on those jeans. If they are painfully tight, they're probably too small. So
because the thing is, like, cotton stretches with natural wear, but it would also shrink with wash after.
Yeah, you play a little bit of a like a stretch shrink game with them. But yeah, if they're painfully tight, you cannot do them up comfortably. They're they're tight.
Yeah,
you should consider giving them a changing size on those.
Yeah.
So let us know. All right. Clouds Ko Junko. All right. Hope I got that right. I've been seeing a lot of Sashiko pant offerings from other brands. Would Naked Famous ever do something like that?
We have, my mind is spring 23, but we do have that like Kikko Denim available in spring 23, which is not Sashiko, but it does have that like, it's indigo dyed. It's got the jacquard pattern that is in the shape of hexagon,
like a honeycomb.
Yeah. And it's raised, so like it has the similar texture to Sashiko fabric, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. One of my favorite.
So that is coming for spring summer 23. It's called the Kikko Denim. It'll be available in denim jacket, shorts, chore coat, and jeans.
Technical
difficulties. Reconnection successful. Okay. Let's hope everything is going to go back to normal. Okay, looks like we lost you guys for a second there. I'm gonna go back to Jameson Keating's question. Jameson Keating wrote, "How many faded pairs do you think have been sent in?" I would say that between New York and Tateyoko, we probably have over 100, 150 pairs that have been sent in over time. There's a lot.
Bunch of those are like yours or like
Yeah,
there's
to be fair, there's a lot of my own on that wall, but I don't want to go. Anyways, I'm gonna go into it. Hey, one time we had some stolen from us. Quite a few of them stolen. But hey, them's the breaks, I guess. But we're always collecting. Hopefully, we'll have 1,000 one day. Yeah, I mean, look, a lot of people, they fade their jeans. You want to hold on to them, of course. I just am limited on space, so luckily we have a place that can, store. I can store my jeans for myself.
Not let go completely.
Yeah.
You still have access to it.
So, but yeah, I mean, look, I remember when we were there last Friday, there was a pair of my Black Power stretches. I think they were size 28 or 29, and I'm like, I could hold on to these forever, but I'm never gonna fit these again, like ever. They're too small. I cannot. I've grown. I've become a man. I've become an adult. Look, we all come to a point where we might have to part ways with certain jeans. We have memories in them. I understand, but if we can hold on to them for you, we can preserve them. We'll photograph them. We'll have them up on the website, and that way,
becomes
immortal forever. And especially if we have them on the website, then you'll be able to see your jeans there, immortalized. Will Stocks, Naked Famous New York. Sorry, not NYC, New York. Not sure what that means. Will Stocks, do you know when the Coca-Cola shirt will be coming out? I'll be popping to NYC in October, and I was wondering if I could pick it up in person then. I guess that's what you were talking about. It'll be up by October. It should be out by October. Hopefully. There's a lot of stuff that's between now and like mid-September. Our warehouse is just going to be slammed with inventory. So a lot of stuff's coming in. And to be fair, between now and Christmas, it's going to be non-stop. We're like, this is the semi-calm before the storm, but there's a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah.
And yeah.
The reason we're not like fully into fall yet is because Quebec has a construction holiday where like all the our factory, everybody is off for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So once they're back, which I think they're back this week. Right. So, or next week?
No, this week.
This week?
Yeah.
Then they can just really go into making all the jeans.
Yeah. Takes a couple days. Like once they get back, it takes a little bit for everything to get ramped up again. But it's like Quebec is a little bit like Europe in that sense, where like everybody takes like a summer holiday off. In the they call it construction holiday, so it's like all the construction workers and all the factories. Everyone goes on break, and so it's kind of bad timing for us because we certainly need the production during that time. But it is what it is. And anyways, we'll be back to full swing very soon. And yeah, this season is going to be mega packed. Like there's the fall winter 2022 preview video that's available. You guys can check that out on the channel. If you go on Tateyoko or nakedfamousdenim.com, you see the slider for the fall winter 2022 collection. The slider is like the image that we use to show everything off. You'll notice all the pocket flashers are there. And then if you're really keen, you'll notice that there are some pocket flashers there that weren't in the video. So there's even more jeans coming out that weren't in the video. Some of these jeans are, and they're not announced, but one of them, for example, is the Deadstock Red Weft Stretch Selvedge. This one, anything that is titled Deadstock, that is basically some Deadstock fabric we had in our factory of some previously released Naked Famous Denim styles. So that was the original Red Weft Stretch Selvedge that we did years and years ago, and we found some rolls in our factory. Sometimes rolls get away from you, And so we're not just going to let them stay there. We decided to make some jeans. So it's a small production run, but we're bringing back some fun styles that for some people might be quite memorable.
Yeah. There's 2 MIJs also.
Yeah.
There's going to be some JoJo that's coming out before the end of the year.
Yeah, and then some will be in the new year. So not all of JoJo will be released this year, but it's going to be spread out. So we will have some JoJo out before the end of the year.
Yeah. There'll be more than 20 styles. Yeah, I think.
We're going to be making a lot of videos.
We're going to make a lot of videos.
Yeah, a lot of videos. So stay tuned for that, of course. What else? I mean, and then we've got sales. So we will have an event. Usually we do a Labor Day sale. In September over the Labor Day weekend. I'm thinking I'm going to mix it up a little bit. I'm not going to tell you what the details are just yet, but anyways, I got to run it through Brandon. But there will be an event for Tati and Yoko Naked Famous Denim NYC for Labor Day weekend. An event. I'm going to call it an event. And then October, we've got Canadian Thanksgiving, which I would say is like a minor sale. And then we get into Black Friday in November, and then Boxing Day for December. So big events. Obviously, Black Friday will be big. Boxing Day will be a repeat of Black Friday. We'll have all kinds of crazy deals. We'll have new releases. We'll have a lot of stuff going on. So the next couple of months, like I already see myself, like the next couple of months is that, and then once we get into January, we'll be selling fall winter 23. So
spring summer 20. What?
No.
For us?
Yeah.
We'll be booking?
Yeah. We'll be in booking season for fall winter 23.
Yeah.
So we have to
selling to retail partners.
To our retail partners. Yeah. And then we're maybe starting in the end of September, we're really going to have to start working on fall winter 23 collection. We're going to have to start developing that whole season soon.
24.
Spring summer 23 is followed by fall winter 23. Yeah. So we have to do the fall winter 23 collection in September. What did I say?
This September.
You're
September. Going back and forth.
This September we're designing.
The timelines.
Yeah. This September we have to design the fall winter 23 collection.
Next month. Yes.
Yeah, next month. So that's what's going on there.
We were supposed to do that when we were in Montreal. We just didn't have time. So
there's that.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to see something for fall winter 23, or fall winter 24, you tell me. Anyways, now's a good time to throw your ideas out into the wind. Maybe we'll catch one as it flies by. But that's why we have these live streams, of course. Smash and bottles. Stolen pairs, new, faded, or both types. In retail, you get a little bit of both. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Junior, the New York fade wall is impressive. It's very nice. Beautiful fade wall. I wish we, my idea when we designed the store was like, I just want when people come in to be like, this place is for denim. And that you come in, you see that fade wall, you see the wall of jeans going up to the ceiling. You got the big old, the menu. I think we did a good job with that one. We were talking about Los Angeles with Brandon for the next store. So anyways, that's still very early, and I think we've talked about how early, it's probably come up a few times in these chats when and if we do an LA store. But anyways, I gotta put a fire under his butt so we can get out there.
It's about the timing, the luck a little bit too, because we have to find the right spot, right place at the right price, and I don't know. All has to come together.
Yeah, it all has to come to Richard Meza. Yes, an LA store would be great. I think so. California, jeans, birthplace of jeans. We got to do it. Okay. Claude Jean writes, no sale, ! He doesn't want any sales. I already have too much Naked Famous jeans, 3 pairs that I did not already wear. No problem. You don't have to shop every sale. You don't have to shop every release. In fact, I know that there is certainly a demographic of our customers that that collect, right? This is different from, wardrobe building. Collecting is a compulsion of mine too. I get it. Even when I collect, I can't get everything. I know. Don't feel compelled to always have to keep up with everything, right? If you have a Katechu denim, down the line there will be another brown weft. You know what I mean? Like there are certain styles that we might change up the ingredients of like how that jean was made, but it is a similar style in that respect. I know it also sounds counterintuitive for me to tell you to not shop all the time, but
obviously our aim is not to bankrupt you guys. Our aim is for you guys to wear the jeans that you have and enjoy it, and maybe talk to your friends about it. And
our growth is built on you telling your friends about us, right? You enjoy raw jeans. You're very passionate about raw jeans, and you might be what I would call an enthusiast, somebody who's very, very into it. But that passion is contagious also. So, your friends, they're not up on style as much as you are. So they go to you. You're their guy or girl that they go to say, hey, I need a pair of jeans. I want to like look good like you. What do I get? Right? And you don't have to go into the whole thing. You can say, here's what you do, right? And you can make some recommendations and so on and so forth. So,
or like you wear jeans that they've never seen before, and they're like, well, what's that?
Right.
Like, I didn't know these things exist in the world or something like that.
Like at the trade show we were just at, there are a lot of like raw denim. Maybe this was their first time really, encountering it. And they were looking at heavyweight denim and slubby denim, and they're like, what is this? Like, why are these like that? And, it's 2022 and we're still, and I'm talking to retailers also. But, there's still a lot of people who don't know what raw denim is or how it works, or, all the nuances that go into making a textured denim, a slubby denim or a neppy denim or things like that. So, there's still a lot more work that we need to do in educating the world about raw denim. Fair and Pharaoh, Pokemon, gotta get them all. You can't get them all. You can't. In Pokemon, maybe. But you know what? I haven't played a Pokemon game like Red and Blue. I played those to like 151. Like I got everything, right? I was devoted. But since the original 2, I was never so devoted to catch every single Pokemon. And I think increasingly it is more impossible to do so because some Pokemon are only released via like, you have to go to a place to get that Pokemon. Like you might have to go to a Pokemon Center. Or I remember EB Games was doing like some releases of like rare Pokemon, so you have to get a card, put the code in, and whatever.
I think that's the challenge, though. If it's like easy to catch them all, like then people don't get too excited about it.
I guess
it has to be incrementally harder to get
but there's like 1,000 of them now. There's so many. Yeah. Tell me, guys, have you caught them all in a modern Pokemon game? Yeah. Venomous Teddy, event Pokemon. That's right, event Pokemon. Mike and I, my girlfriend and I played Pokemon Go every day. I played it when it first came out for like a minute. Did, right? And then I was one of those people who dropped off real fast. There's something about exercise that I just can't do it. Just can't do it.
Yeah. But there's still like in Japan especially, like you see it everywhere. Yeah. Everywhere we go, there's people who are playing Pokemon Go, and we don't see that in North America. Yeah. Sometimes maybe, but like it's really rare.
In Japan, like around our neighborhood, there are people with 2 or 3 phones in their hands. Yeah. Just walking around, tapping their screens. Right. Like at certain times of the day, it is just littered with people like doing their Pokemon Go stuff.
Yeah, that has to be like a spot.
There's got to be some spots around here for it. But yeah. Junior writes, the last time I caught them all was in gold and silver. Right. The Pokemon Go era was the closest we've ever been to world peace. Aha. Leandro. I'd have to say it was the closest, maybe not world peace, but there was a lot of unity built around Pokemon Go.
Oh, was it like 2019, 2018?
Oh, I think it was before that.
Really?
Yeah. But it was I remember one night I was in Vancouver and we were walking by the water side there and there were hundreds of people out here playing Pokemon Go. And I'm like, this is amazing.
That
this
was
is incredible.
Probably like a good month or two of like everybody just walking around and it became a problem too.
Yeah,
right?
some people were like walking into
driving
roads and
playing Pokemon Go or whatever.
But yeah, I remember before Pokemon Go came out, there was on Google Maps, there was like a Pokemon hunt, and you had to find all the Pokemon in Google Maps, and then if you actually found them all, Google would send you like a business card that said like Pokemon Go Master, like Pokemon Master. Nice. I never finished it all, but I remember we were in Japan, and I was doing it. I was looking all over the world. I'm like, oh, where would this Pokemon be? Maybe in a volcano. I'm like, oh yeah, I got him.
I did like a little thing with Waldo. I don't remember what it was. It was very easy, so it wasn't like a challenge, but I was, Those things are fun.
Yeah. Christian Teigen, Pikachu Yellow. Yeah, Pikachu Yellow. There was technically four original Pokemon games. There was Red and Blue for North America. In Japan, it was Red and Green. Blue was the special edition one for Japan. Yellow was the special edition one for North America. Green never came out. And then Yellow came out in Japan. So Japan had 4. North America had 3. Never got Green. Yeah. What can I say? I like Pokemon. How are your Claudine writes, how's your Indigo Invitational going? I wear Toxic Avengers. I'm wearing the raw cotton slub, and I have to say that they're going very well. It might be hard to see here, but I was wearing like that Kikko Denim jacket, and like there's all kinds of indigo rubbed off on here, over the top. I picked up a lot of dirt in the last month. Like they're filthy. These are gross. Very nasty, and they might really need to be washed. I'm gonna get some good photos of these. It's hard to photograph these.
Where is this come
from? It might be Dorito dust. It's hard to photograph these because when you take pictures of them, everything gets overexposed and you can't see the dirt so much. But
you got the blue stains, red stains, brown stains.
I got
black
pizza
stains,
oil. I got blood.
Stains.
There's some Dorito. There's some paint.
All colors of the rainbow is on your pants.
All the filth are on my pants right now. They look cool. They feel dirty.
I also think that, like, in Japan, wearing these and getting on a train or something, you might get
I might get some looks.
Like some looks. Because it just looks too dirty for you to be wearing this.
In North America, no problem. No one...
Yeah. It's a different world.
Tiny and Salvaged, Dorito dust is the best kind of dust. I would agree. Invis Ian's pizza stains on these, of course. There's always some pizza oil. There's no question. Like, every one of my jeans will inevitably get the pizza oil drop, like, right on my crotch area.
It's from pizza and not from, like, oily dish of something else.
I'm calling it a pizza stain.
Okay.
Right, W5 for Pokemon, I had the yellow, but not the others. You know what? I'm going to show you guys a cool Pokemon thing that a lot of you may have never seen before.
All right. Well, this is turning into a Pokemon talk. But so I am wearing natural indigo Selvedge for Indigo Invitational, and I was wearing it the entire time I was on this trip, which is like a whole month. And they are becoming like, you know how you can tell that fabric is like dirty because it gets like a little waxy, and I'm at that point, but I don't know if I should wash it. When I look at his jeans, like I know it's all in all my jeans too, and then I feel like I should wash it. Not sure.
This is one of the smallest game consoles I own, and it's a Pokemon Mini, and it's not just like a little Tamagotchi. It's actually cartridge based, so there are little cartridges that go for it. It's a Nintendo product, and if you ever find one of these out in the wild at like a thrift store or something, pick it up. They're worth a lot of money. I would not suggest paying a lot for it. If you find one for like $10 or $15, whatever, get it.
Does yours work?
Yeah, the battery's dead. I gotta change the battery. I have 2 of these, which I picked up through interesting trades and finds and things like that. But Pokemon Mini Console. There was another one, which I have somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it was like a little Tamagotchi of a Pikachu. I forgot what it was. Pocket Pikachu is what it was called. I had one of those. I don't know where it went. But also, you know what goes for a lot of money? There was like some it's not like a game console, but it was like a little toy Pokédex, and those go for a lot these days. It was, you know, I mean, you don't know what a Pokédex is, but yeah, a lot of those old Pokemon toys can go for quite a bit. Farrah and Pharaoh looks like the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast had a VMU. It's called the VMU. But yeah, you could download little tiny mini games from the Dreamcast onto that thing. But this thing actually came. You know, you could buy cartridges for it.
So cute.
Yeah, it is a pretty neat little device there. Junior writes, I had the Pocket Pikachu. It's worth a lot. Hold on to it or sell it, whichever one.
I had.
Oh, you had. Maybe you don't have it anymore. Just cause. Unless I missed it, then I don't think you guys showed off the Selvedge jeans. I'm interested in that. We've not showed it off before. That might. The pocket flasher is definitely
slider.
Is in the image slider on the website. So the Salvaged is. I don't know if we ever even talked about it before.
Maybe not. It's a good story.
It's a good story. So, what year was it? 2016.
I think it was 2017.
2017, 2018.
18,
I think 2018
maybe.
is about right.
Yeah.
So in 2018 there were some big storms in the Okayama region, which caused some mudslides, and a lot of mills had significant damage to machines and to stock. Mm-hmm. So the stock that they had, you know, rolls of fabric got covered in mud. The machines were just they weren't destroyed. I mean, they had to fix them, but they were covered in mud, and you know, it was a big challenge for the industry. Obviously, a lot of production slowed down around that time, and a lot of inventory, you know, people didn't know what to do with it. So
it was a horrible. It's like, I don't know if you can see, but
you can see.
It's like it was
bad,
and then it basically directly hit that area of, you know, Japan, like the western area where like Okayama exists in that area too. So it was just very, very sad.
Right. So we partnered with a mill, and basically we salvaged the Selvedge denim. We were able to fabric wash it and get rid of most of the, you know, mud and debris and whatever that was on it. Not all of it. Some of it is still in there. So we're making jeans from rolls of fabric that we salvaged. So it's Selvedge rolls that we salvaged. So the salvaged Selvedge is born. That's going to be coming out this fall. There will be little minor defects in the indigo because of the wash process and things like that. Yeah. And you know, there still might be some dirt and things like that in the fabric, but that's all part of the story. And of course, we didn't want any of this fabric to go to waste. And you know, being raw denim people, a little bit of dirt, a little bit of this and that indigo stain, if we're used to it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think this is a good story. It's an interesting project, and we're gonna have more than one release of the Selvedge. So there was a couple of batches of fabric that we bought, and so the first one will be out this fall. So Selvedge.
Yeah.
We'll have some more information on that in the coming weeks.
Yeah. And it's kind of like, you know, obviously there's so many meanings behind, you know, doing this, but like I kind of really just like that the fabric washed, you know, like because it's washed, it's a little soft, and you know,
and that blue shows up.
Yeah, nicer. So it's a nice fabric too.
Oh yeah. So good eye for noticing the Selvedge. And if there's any little other styles you notice in that slider, that image slider, let me know, and we'll give you the lowdown. We may not have all the samples and stuff ready yet, but we can certainly tell you about it. Jameson Keating, have you ever considered making jeans with the Selvedge ID on the outside of the outseam? So
outside of the outside?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you were to do if you were to bust the outseam outside the fabric, the answer is no, because I think it would not look good.
And you're looking at the other side of the Salvage ID, so it doesn't even look nice.
Right. It's right. It would be flipped the other way, so it really would not look so appealing. I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
But you would also have like this giant contrasted like thick line going up the side of your jeans. It would look like track pants or something like that.
Yeah. I actually have seen something like that somewhere.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's one of those things like where like you see some like like stuff where like Selvedge ID is just there just to show.
I've seen it where they take Selvedge tape.
Right,
for those of you who don't know, you can make like little like narrow bits of fabric in any kind of color or pattern you want. What some people do is they make it look like Selvedge. And so I've seen brands take this, it's called taping, and they'll take this fabric and they'll put it on the outside, like they'll sew it in to the out seam of the jean. So when you flip the cuff, it looks like Selvedge, and they'll only do it like 7 or 8 inches up the leg. So like if you flip it up, it looks like Selvedge, but it's not Selvedge denim. It's like it just
seems like it's a lot more work.
It's a lot more work, and what you're doing is you're selling something to someone who obviously doesn't know what they're buying, right?
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't care if it was there or not because they don't know what that is. But you put it there anyways, and then you're telling like I can imagine like, and I've seen it on high-end, quote-unquote, high-end designer jeans. I've seen them do it time and time again. And I'm like, these are like $700, $800, $900 jeans, and you're selling them fake Selvedge. Do you know how much in cost it would have made a difference if they had used just regular Selvedge denim versus the denim that they used? Like it would add almost... In fact, you wouldn't even notice the cost because the margin that they have on that product is well over 1,000%, and like it would be pennies out of their pocket.
Yeah.
In like in the grand scheme of things.
But here's a question: people who are designing or like planning these products, do they even know what Selvedge is, or do they think that these are just things that the expensive jeans have, so we should have them?
It's probably a little of column A and a little of column B.
Right. I just would like to know.
Farron Farrow says, like a fake Rolex. No, this is different. Because a fake Rolex is selling itself as a fake Rolex. This is like taking a Mercedes-Benz logo and putting it on another car. Right? And like, say you were like Honda, and you literally took Mercedes-Benz logos, and then you said to your customers, no, we're just using their logo from now on because we want to look more high end.
Or better yet, like just putting the letters AMG on cars that are not AMG.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. It's like putting fake AMG badges on your Mercedes.
Because the quality isn't like better. Like it's not like they have a better engine in it. It's just like you appear to have better engine in it.
Yeah. The fake BMW M badge, Philip, exactly the same thing. So, I've seen White Lightning, aka Aqua, the legendary Toyota F-150. no, like the Ford F-150, but the Toyota logo. But I've seen it. It's a disgusting practice. I mean, it is a disgusting practice.
But I just want to know, like maybe they don't even know what they're doing.
I would imagine that the denim designers at these fashion houses, I would imagine that they are denim lovers. I want to hope that's the world I want to see, right? But I think that down the line somewhere, like someone in accounting or someone who's on top of them is just like, why are we spending $12 more on this? Forget it, guys. Use the cheaper fabric. Like there's somebody there who's like, no, I know these are going to cost $1,000 and it costs us, very, very little to make these. I know this already, but we're going to make it even cheaper. And then the designer's like, no, please, can we just please make it better? And then there's the angry boss is like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. The customer doesn't care, so why use it? And the guy who made that decision is probably right. Their customer definitely doesn't care, but the designer is probably like, oh, I wish we could be more like Naked and Famous.
That is not what's happening, but I would love you love for you to live in that world.
Cathedral Ring writes, Balenciaga is being roasted without name dropping right now, and I'm here for it. I'm not naming names.
I didn't know that they do things like that.
But you know what? I'm calling out all of them, and if you just be aware of it, just know that it exists, that it's going on in the world, because like, you know, sometimes I walk into the, you know, when we were in Canada, you know, we walked into the department stores, right? And you pick up this product and it's such garbage. It really is. Like sometimes you pick up you're picking up this jean, it's $340. I picked up a jean the other day. It was literally $340. Kikko Denim, made in China. Lord knows, of course, designed in America, designed in California. What I love it when they do that. Designed in California. I'm like, you're not Apple, okay? Only Apple can do that. And even Apple's like, well, we kind of want to make factories in America again, right? Who knows when and where that'll happen, but I hope that they're successful with that endeavor. But there's so much of it, and it's like, here it is, designed in America, made in China, Kikko Denim. That means no dye, no nothing, right? $340. And you know why it's $340? For a product that we would sell for significantly less, and it wasn't even Selvedge, right? Because the margin on that product is so high that when they have their inevitable, you know, blowout sale, they're still laughing all the way to the bank. That's the point. You know, the independent brands like us, we don't do that. We can't do that. It's just, we don't operate in that same mentality. I saw some licensed t-shirts. What are those licensed t-shirts? With like, you know, fake 90s t-shirts? Fake, real, however way you want to consider it. I mean, they were real t-shirts with 90s stuff on it. $100 for just like a, you know, pretty average cotton t-shirt made in wherever with a licensed graphic on it. Okay? And I think to myself, you know, Risa and I, we have our little side project going on with Wonder Looper, and like our tees are not going to be cheap. They're going to be over $100. They're going to be a Tate and Yoko, by the way. They're going to be a Tate and Yoko. And I think to myself, you know, there's going to be someone who's going to look at that T-shirt and be like, that's not worth it. And they might, and that's fair, right? That's okay. But like the amount of designer tees and like the stuff that is sold, like is literal garbage. Literally the same. It's not okay. Wait, maybe that's too far. That's too far. It's not literal garbage, but it's the same stuff you would get at a fast fashion retailer, right? The fast fashion retailer might have that same pair of jeans for $99 or $49. And I would say that, okay, that is a reasonable price for that product. Got it. Or like, you know, they'll have the licensed t-shirt with the 90s or the 80s logo on it. They'll have it for $19.99 or 2 for $30 or whatever. Fine. But like when you see that same product sold for it's the same, you know, basic idea, sold at the place that's supposed to be selling you luxury. They've moved past luxury. They really have. Like, that's not to say that everything that comes from these designer houses aren't well made. They certainly are. But there's a lot of fluff out there. And there's a lot of stuff that's just designed for you to like, okay, well, I could buy in at $100, right? That 100, like, anyways, it's designed just to extract your, well, I guess, I mean, everything's designed to extract your dollar, but I guess there's I would feel incredibly dirty about that.
Yeah. Well, like, if you cannot explain...
Right. You
like,
can't explain why
this is, like, you know, certain, like, why this is compared to, like, what else is out there in the world. Say your product is a little bit more higher priced. If you can't explain why, then you really shouldn't be, and that's most of it.
Yeah, and if your reasoning is exclusivity, then you're just paying for someone's ego, right?
Well, I mean, to be fair, like there is a you know, benefit to selling like 100,000 versus 100.
Sure,
but you definitely certainly save some money by making 100,000 of it rather than 100 of it. But
and when I mean exclusivity, I mean it's not like real exclusivity. Like there's only like the MIJ11 for example. That's real exclusivity because that fabric and that dye, only this much of it comes up in the world ever so often, right? That's real exclusivity. If we make 100 pairs, we can only make 100 pairs because that's how much yarn, that's how much comes up in the world.
Yeah, but it's also not that they're selling it because they're selling, the fabric at a certain price because it's something that they can sell at that price. No, it actually costs that much. There's like a old
there's like two guys
that has a lot of value. They know that their work has a lot of value.
Yeah.
They're not gonna work for $10 an hour doing all of that dye. Yeah. That's why.
Like a basic cotton T-shirt made in Portugal is not a rare commodity. That's easy, right?
Like a machine's doing the dyeing, so yes, there is a cost involved in that, but it's a fraction of what is like taking these guys to learn how to do it and do it.
Or like even Selvedge denim. The production method is slow. It is literally the 1% of denim. It is not it is not something that is used in major bulk, right? Look, I'm sure our mills sometimes blow smoke up our butts sometimes, but we've been told that we are the #1 purchaser of Selvedge denim from certain mills, right? And that's because the rest of the denim that they sell, we're not their #1 customer. We're the #1 customer of Selvedge. That's because they also work with, all the big brands and they sell them wide width denim, right? They're, from a gigantic global perspective, brand perspective, double the width of the fabric coming out at 5 times the speed, and our customer base doesn't care, and it's cheaper. Why wouldn't I go with that, right? Okay, I understand we're doing something different, right? When we can, when we make fabric, we can only make a certain amount because that's as much as it's going to be made, right? So,
yeah. And every step of the way, we can explain why our product price might be higher than what you're comparing us to. But we can also explain why other brands who are charging more than us cannot explain.
Yeah. Yeah. At least, they're not going to tell you, 40% of the price of this product is tied up in all the billboards and ads that we bought. Right?
Which I always say that is a legitimate cost.
Sure, that's a legitimate cost.
Yeah.
It doesn't make the product better.
No,
right?
But you are paying for the brand name and all of that you like. And if certain things are say high-end brands, I'm not saying that they might make regular 5-pocket jeans, but you're not buying that brand because of that design that everybody else has. You're buying it for the recognition.
Sure.
And they do have a great designers. They do have innovative ideas. And you just you might be just buying a t-shirt or jeans because of what else that brand.
Sure, man. We were just in Vegas, so I saw a lot of branded designer black t-shirt with a logo on it, and I'm like, that was a $200 or $300 t-shirt.
Yeah.
Cool.
At least.
And somebody is saying to themselves when they're buying, the amazing quality. This is such, and I've been there because I've been brainwashed. I was a fashion victim for many years, and we don't use that word enough anymore. Fashion victim. I love that word, that term. And I used to tell, it's better. It's just better. I buy the Gucci white. I remember when I worked in suits and I would buy the Gucci white button-down shirt to wear with my suit, and it was $300. And it was no different than the Hugo Boss one or anything else.
There's only so much you can.
Right. And I would tell myself, I'm like, see, the collar is just this is a little bit more it's so totally different. I was young and cocky, and the older guys were just rolling their eyes at me. And I'm and now I know because I'm the older guy, and those older guys were so well dressed, and they knew, and they were great to learn from and everything like that. But a lot of people have to go through this.
understand.
Right.
I mean,
I'm just speaking as a veteran.
It's just clothes. Yeah. So, whatever makes you happy, like, you don't have to justify it. As long as you are willing to pay that price, then that is your right, and that you should enjoy it.
Yeah.
You should be happy with it.
Fair enough.
Nobody should shame you for that, but...
I'm going to shame you. I will do it. If you buy fake Selvedge jeans, I will shame you.
But
just
I
a little
think
bit.
that everybody who's buying from us probably to a certain extent want to understand why things are priced at a certain way, and what is quality and what is not quality. Yeah. So
hey, if you get that stuff that you like, whatever, for a good price, go nuts.
Yeah.
Go nuts, right? But if you're spending $680 on the white T-shirt with the whatever tchotchke on it,
you just need to be aware of the fact that you're probably ripped off.
Yeah, you're just buying it because you want to be cool, which you might be. You might be cool. You got $680 for a T-shirt. You're a cool guy. Something like that. Yeah. Anyways, all right. BD is correct. BD has a comment here, where he says, "Do you think it's time to like and subscribe?" Yes. I do think it's time for all of you watching right now to like this video. Hit the like button if you like this kind of content. If you like me ranting about stuff, showing off Pokemon doodads from my collection. You like Risa arguing with me, giving me a little pushback on my thoughts and opinions on dumb things.
Not pushing back.
No, it's a back and forth.
Everybody has different values.
Yeah.
And it's good to know where, we
Sure.
shouldn't be so judgy is my own thing.
I like to be judgy.
I know you do. And I think people like that about this rant.
Yeah, that's it. The rants are the best, Richard Meza says. So hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. That's the best thing you can do, is to subscribe to this channel. And then, if you feel like it, there's a little notification button, a little bell icon somewhere. I don't know where it is, but you'll find it, and you just hit that button, and then anytime we have a new piece of content, you get alerted, and you know what's going on. BD writes, "I like to be judgy. I feel seen." Elvis here, more judgments.
All right.
Junior writes, "Risa is the truth." Risa's the voice of reason.
I would like to think myself of such a person, but who knows?
Yeah. So that's it. Okay. Wired Different writes, "Hello from Singapore. What is a green cast denim fabric? Shout out to Risa, doing amazing work for Naked Famous Denim's women's line."
Thank you.
All right. So green cast denim.
Green cast denim. There's two ways to make them. One is to dye the yarns, the warp yarns, with yellow, green, before you put on the indigo. That's called bottom green.
There's top and bottom.
Yes. Yeah. So the bottom one, and then another way to make green cast denim, which is I think is more common way, is to dye the yarns in indigo. Rope dye and indigo, and then on top of that they would again dye in yellow greenish. Green color. So there's dye bats that this rope dyeing process go through. So it depends on which one you're talking about. Sometimes those green dye is
connect streaming software to start preview. Come on. Okay.
Oh wow.
Are we live again?
I think we're back now.
Okay. I think we're back. Okay. Bam. We're back. Thanks, everybody, for sticking around for that. We had a few people drop off, unfortunately, but for those of you who stuck around, seriously appreciate you guys a lot. Not really sure what's going on. I think some of you in the chat might be right. I think we have the fashion police are after us.
Oh.
We're dropping truth bombs. They don't like it, and we're being targeted by the fashion police. You guys know the truth. If something ever happens to us, you know what happened. Okay, I don't have to tell you, but you know, and call
just
Fox.
Spread the word.
Yeah, call Mulder and Scully, and they'll be on it.
Who's that?
The X-Files. Yeah, Fox. Okay, reconnection successful. Certainly, something is up with the stream today. There is a typhoon
coming,
headed our way. So that might be messing around with our internet signal.
It's not even raining yet.
Not even raining yet. But anyways, I'm not sure what's going on. Anyways, stick around, guys. If we get, hung up like this, just stick around and we'll try to get it sorted out shortly. So just don't change that dial. YouTube doesn't want us to have our weekly meeting. Cathedral Ring, yeah. Sebastian Peljet, you're good. Okay, we're back. So anyways, let's get into a couple of previews before anything interrupts us again. So hopefully we don't have any rude interruptions. I got a couple of fall winter 22 items because we're in the year 2022. Right here, Risa's got them. So we'll start off with this guy. This guy we've mentioned a few times. This is the Blue Comfort Denim. And this will be coming out TBD. I don't have a release date on this yet, but it is a jean that I'm very much looking forward to because this isn't like any other raw denim I've ever seen before. This is a stretch denim. It's made with 11% stretch. So the stretch percentage is, higher than a lot of the stretch jeans that we normally do. 89% cotton, 11% stretch. But unlike a lot of stretch denim, you see how let's just wait for that screen to start moving. But this is not our usual quality for streaming here. Sorry about that, everyone. I think we're back. Okay, we're back. Okay. So
Blue Comfort.
Blue Comfort. So right before I was rudely interrupted by either the fashion police or the weather, whichever one. We were talking about in the Kakishibu denim video. I did a little ASMR scratch test. I'll do that one more time to try and show off the texture of the fabric because, of course, you can't feel jeans in a video. But I thought, if you could hear it, just how crispy the denim is, maybe that would give you some sort of indication of how they felt. So for those who watched that video, what did you think? Was that a good representation in some way? You don't seem to be so convinced.
I don't have the ability to hear the difference. For instance, between Kakishibu and this, and be like, oh, I know what you mean by this texture. You know what I mean?
Maybe if I scratch enough jeans, we'll start to be able to hear the difference.
Maybe I've never, determined the characteristic of fabric from sounds.
Right.
Although it's true, if I scratch this really soft denim, it's not gonna
be so loud. Right, so I think I'm on to something, and I'll do it.
But we all just need to be trained so that we know the difference by hearing.
Right. So, that said, looks like raw denim, feels like raw denim, has the heft of raw denim, but it is quite stretchy. 11% stretch in the Blue Comfort, and the stretch in this denim is incredible. It's one of the stretchiest fabrics I've ever seen. And not just stretchy, but it has a great stretch recovery. And this is the important part of stretch denim, is that it stretches out, but it goes right back. You can hear this. It's incredible. This is going to move with you. You can do anything in these. So we've had a couple of really strong stretch fabrics over the years.
Yeah.
But I think I found my favorite one.
Yeah, this one is better than, if I may, let's call it that better than the equivalents that we did in the past, like Active Motion, and there was something.
There was Active Motion and Action Motion. So back in the day, we had one called, so the Active replaced the Action, and the Action Motion denim, that was a very good one. But the problem was the mill they stopped making in Japan. So we couldn't use that fabric anymore. They're like, well, we make it, but we make it in Thailand or wherever. And I'm like, yeah, can't do it. So we were, since then, we were basically always looking for, how can we replace this fabric? We need something with this great stretch, but it feels raw. And this is it. Like, we're running this for fall winter 22.
Right.
We're running it for spring summer 23. I really believe in this fabric, and this is a great starter for those coming in from, you know, the high stretch jeans. You know, maybe you're buying your jeans at the mall or even at the department. Okay. Stop streaming. It's not connecting. Excellent connection. Here, I'm gonna refresh this page. Oh, just started working. I hope everything's working. Are we good? Can you guys see us? I think we are. I think we're okay. Okay. Sorry for the interruption again. Apologies. This is not our day when it comes to you know, solid connections here. So I appreciate you guys sticking around. But yeah. Anyways, if we go offline again, I might just have to call it a day, because I think we're just struggling at this point. I'm not sure what's going on, but we'll try to get this all sorted out and make sure that it doesn't happen again. But what can I say? Okay. Michael Udall, have you guys thought about making left-hand twill in natural indigo? That's a good idea. You know, we're starting to remix some of the core items that we've done. You know, we do have a broken twill coming out this season in the same left-hand twill warp and weft yarns. So the same yarns that we do for our classic left-hand twill selvage, we're going to make it in a broken twill, and that way you can see the difference of the way that the fabric looks, the difference in the way that it's going to fade. But that could be really neat, is if we took the natural indigo color and did it in our left-hand twill fabric, or take our left-hand twill fabric like yarn and do it in the like right-hand twill, that natural indigo. Anyways, maybe it's more interesting to do the natural indigo and left-hand twill. But we are certainly playing with that left-hand twill fabric a lot more. Like, we did the left-hand twill midnight edition. It was the indigo warp black weft. So you will see more more variations of the left-hand twill soon. For spring summer 23, we're doing a variation of the dirty fade selvage. We call it the double dirty fade, which has a you know, the dirty fade warp with a brown weft. So, you know, brown on brown, like it'll fade brown with a brown undertone. I think that's going to be really neat. It's going to
fade extra dirty,
very dirty. Okay. James C. Keating, what do you think about painted designs on jeans? I have a pair from another brand that has painted arcs that flake off with wear. Sure, I have no problem with people customizing their jeans or wearing their jeans, you know, their way. I mean, that's really the fun of raw denim in general. So if you want to do it yourself, or you know, you find a pair that has some kind of design on it, enjoy the jeans. I happen to have some terrible jeans, hugely terrible jeans, raw, that have painted flames coming out of the butt. So it's just the worst. I think they're the worst jeans ever made. I showed them off in very, very many live streams back. It was last November, I think, when we were in the office still, and I got to show some of the jeans from my personal collection. But, you know, different strokes for different folks. I'm sure they sold you know, a couple pairs of those. Not my style particularly, but you know, Risa's done some embroideries on my jeans. You know, I'm cool with, you know, customizing your jeans and making them more your own.
I got some paint on my Indigo Invitational pair also from actually painting the bathroom. And it didn't like look like I thought it would be, like, you know, cool splash of paint. It was just like a
blotch
big
on the knee.
But you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I have a little bit on my jeans too, but you know, I'll live with it. Okay. It is starting to get really gray and dark outside.
Yes, the storm is
it's typhoon season.
Yes.
So we're gonna have a big rainstorm this afternoon. Hopefully, we'll be fine.
Well, we have a home.
Yeah, we do have a home. Luckily, we flew in yesterday.
Yeah.
Because if we were flying into Japan today,
that might have been a problem.
Yeah, they wouldn't have flown in for sure. There's probably not a lot of flights that are going to come in today. There's a lot of rain.
Yeah.
On its way for sure. Okay, let's do a couple more previews before we get shut off by the man again. Yeah, let's do that one. Every live stream, I'm showing this off until I can get you guys a delivery date on these. This is the MIJ10. This is the original Okayama Spirit denim that we did, but now in MIJ form. So the first Okayama Spirit was, I forget, but I think it was 16 ounce, big slub denim, unsanforized. That was our made in Canada version. It was one of the fabrics that really put us on the map in terms of like, you know, the raw denim community. You know, a lot of what we were doing up until then, you know, we had some heavyweight denim. We had the 21 ounce denim. We had a 24 ounce denim. And, you know, we did a lot of fun and novelty kind of designs and things like that. But we wanted to show people, like, you know, how serious we could be. So the Okayama Spirit denim was one of them. And it blew people away with its fade potential. And now we're bringing it back in MIJ form. So all the made in Japan details you can want, including our MIJ logo. The rain is starting. All right. The rain is starting. So we've got the MIJ logo here on the back. You've got the raised belt loops here on all the belt loops. You can see it has an extra fold, so it's got that much more fading potential. Sorry, I'm looking at it the other way. You've got the maple leaf embroidery on the back. You have two-tone stitching. This is like a vintage style detail, so you see two different colors of stitching here. On the inside, you've got the real iron buttons. These are going to oxidize and rust with time. So just like your denim is going to fade, the hardware is going to fade too. This is a small detail that I think sometimes we forget to mention, but we have the Selvedge fly here on the inside. Also on the inside, you've got the hidden rivets on the back pockets that you see on the inside. You see them right here, but you don't see them on the outside. So that's you know, in terms of production, it makes it a little bit more difficult. There's more steps in order to make the pockets this way. So it's a lot more expensive to do your pockets like this. And this is a detail that we do that is unique to our MIJ collection, is that we do this small, we call it a micro busted out seam. So it's very, very narrow, the Salvaged out seam on the inside when you flip that up. Oh, we also do the Peekaboo Salvage ID here on the coin pocket. So you see a little bit of it showing out on the side, and then of course when you look on the inside, we got that Salvage ID here too. Now, like, this is the Okayama Spirit, 16 ounce, big slub, heavier weight denim. It's got a lot of character in this fabric, unsanforized, but tempe treated. So
the factory sent me a picture of them working on these jeans because they are making them right now, and they were like a picture of like a, you know, because it's they were countryside, like a young girls was working in this factory, and they're like using hammers to hammer out, like, you know, parts that are thicker so that it's easier to go under the sewing machine, like especially like when there's like so many layers of, you know, like the fabric here, they're just hammering it and then just, you know, sewing it.
So if you could see or hear the rain right now, you'd be impressed because it is really coming down.
Just turned on like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
anyways, if the power goes out or something, you know why. Or if we get cut off again, it's the fashion police. Okay. So this is the MIJ 10. The 11 is coming.
Yeah.
I have the fabric right there. So we showed off the MIJ 11 fabric last week. We'll show it off again for you in case you didn't tune in last week. This is it right here. No, that's nothing. Those are like a bunch of different ones. Fabric numbers, but didn't correlate to this one. This is the MIJ11. This is the Tokushima hand-dyed natural Kakishibu dye. So just like we did for the MIJ8 with the hand-dyed indigo yarns, this is hand-dyed with Kakishibu. This is persimmon dyeing. It's a traditional Japanese dye, and it makes quite a beautiful fabric. The fabric itself is the same construction, so it's going to be just as slubby and textured as the MIJ8, but now you have it in this beautiful warm tone brown. So a great addition to any denim wardrobe. Very, very limited in production. We're only going to have about 100 of these. So MIJ 10 and 11 are coming out this season. This is going to have a denim jacket. This will not have a denim jacket, only because we just couldn't get enough fabric. I mean, it literally, we had enough yarn to make about 100 and change pairs. So the reason why I also can't give you precise numbers is because, yeah, with production, sometimes you have one or two, or, you know, it just depends. You know, sometimes you can make a little bit more. Connect here. Reconnection successful. Let's hope it shows up in the video. I think we might have to sign out. Yeah. Okay, it looks like we're back. But I think the connection is so wishy-washy at this point that it might just be better to sign off instead of you know, playing this game over and over. Sorry about that, guys. It is a pleasure to be here with you, of course. Well, I'll try to. I don't know what's going on. I mean, it could be a million different things. It could be the fashion police. But we'll try to make sure this doesn't happen again. We'll have some more previews for you next week. We did the Blue Comfort MIJ 10, MIJ 11. Next week we'll go off some more of the fall winter stuff. I've got fall winter 22 release info probably going out in an email on Monday. So if you're not subscribed to our newsletter, you definitely want to get subscribed. Go to tateandyoko.com, sign up for the newsletter there. Go to nakedfamousdenim.com or nakedfamousdenim.nyc, sign up for the newsletter there. They're technically separate newsletters. The Naked and Famous newsletter and the Tate and Yoko newsletter are often the same information, but sometimes contain a little bit different information. Sign up for both. You get all the information there. Of course, follow us on our socials. It's all linked in the description below. Myself and Risa's are there as well if you want to follow us personally. We'll have some snack time next week.
Yeah, we're going to recommend some movies.
Yeah, we'll have it all. We'll be back in our regular form during the next live stream. Sorry for all the glitches. Have yourself a wonderful evening. Do something nice for somebody. Have a wonderful weekend. And wear your raw denim jeans. Wear your jeans. Fade them out.
Yeah. Talk about your jeans to your friends.
Tell a friend. All right. That's a great message. Okay. We will see you guys real soon. Have a great weekend, everyone.